The following program may contain coarse language, violence, nudity, mature subject matter, or scenes which may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
All Hit Radio.
Welcome to the X-Zone, a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. Now, here's your host, Rob McConnell.
Welcome back to the X-Zone, everyone. My name is Rob McConnell. We're coming to you from our broadcast center in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Worldwide toll-free, 800-610-7035. My email address is xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. On all social media sites, X-Zone Radio TV, and our main website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. The all-new X-Zone store is now open, filled with brand-new merchandise, brand-new artwork. The X-Zone Radio Show Paragators, just to name a few. Wearing apparel, hats, let me see, even clothing for your dogs with the X-Zone logos all over it. And you just have to go there and see it. Even jewelry, www.thexzonestore.com. Let me ask you a question, X-Zone Nation. Can trauma spur creativity? Well, can an emotional trauma flip a switch in the creative brain? Does profound loss offer a new perspective form which to peer into one's soul? My guest this hour is LeRoy Flemming, author of Time Enlightenment. It's a series in Volume 1 of Soul Splitting. The answer is resounding yes, and there's psychological research supporting this very idea. Now, LeRoy Flemming is a graduate of Alabama State University, a historically black college and university in Montgomery. He always wanted to show people that with spiritual guidance, you can make things happen. Through his determination and inspiration from his creator, he completed his 5-part series of novels, Time Enlightenment, in hopes of demonstrating to the children of the world that they can dream big, and I love that, and accomplish those dreams. Though inspired by many people, his biggest influence comes from his mother, who he said shortly before she passed away, "Son, I may give out, but I never give up." Flemming recently completed Volume 1 of his new series, Soul Splitting, and the website is timeenlightenment.biz. And LeRoy, welcome to the X-Zone.
Thank you for having me, Rob.
It's great talking to you. I love the way you think, because I, too, am a believer that you can do anything you want. You can, because every dream you have can be turned into a reality. What you have to do is work at it. And to give the children of today the inspiration to go forth with their dreams, man, you're doing one heck of a great job.
Thank you.
Let me just back up here. What was the trauma that spurred your creativity?
Okay, well, December the 25th, 1999, was the last day that I saw my mother alive. On my departure from Phoenix City, Alabama, back to Orlando, Florida, I told her, I said, "Mom, I'm almost where I need to be. I just need you to hold on just a little bit longer, because I think I'm almost about to accomplish my dream." Mm-hmm. And that's when she said to me, "Son, I may give out, but I never give up." And I didn't know that those would be the last inspirational words. So on January the 1st, 2000, my mom, I got a call from my sister that told me that my mother had passed away. And from that moment forward, my whole life was completely out of sync, and I was out of balance. And I couldn't quite figure out how I could get my balance back.
Mm-hmm.
So one day I just sat down and I just began to compose these particular writings that I have that has have me on your show today.
So you got, was this the inspiration, your mother's last words?
Yes, the thing that was very important to me was doing something for her, because she has been taking care of her kids
Mm-hmm.
like all of her life pretty much. And I just took it upon myself to want to do something well for her. So when I left and she said that to me, as I'm trying to deal with the world on a day-to-day basis after her passing, I just couldn't figure out how to get my balance back, Rob. You know, so many times people struggle with trying to find themselves. And I thought that I was doing it just like any of your listeners would think. We always think that we have a clear path to success or accomplishing our dream. But when I lost her, everything got cloudy. Everything had self-doubt. Everything had a little bit of fear. So I didn't necessarily know what to do. But once I sat down and by inspiration I started writing, everything became a blur at that point. I was writing about everything that my heart and my mind could deal with to try to recover from the loss of my mom.
You and I have to take a 2-minute commercial break, LeRoy. Please stand by. Exo Nation, LeRoy Flemming is my very special guest this hour, and we're asking the question, can trauma spur creativity? His website is www.timelightenment.biz. That's www.timelightenment.biz. And LeRoy and I will be back on the other side of this 2-minute commercial break as we continue here in the X Zone from our broadcast center in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. My name is Rob McConnell. Don't go away. Modern Esoteric, Beyond Our Senses by Brad Olson, consummates the lifology story about where humanity originates. It is the lost continents, the primitive wisdom, the mythos of creation, and the rethinking of ancient history as we are taught in academia. There is much more to the story than what we have been told. As this is the first book in the Esoteric series, Modern Esoteric starts at the beginning of time and accelerates up to this modern age. Future Esoteric is book 2 in the series and takes a forward-looking position ahead of today with an open and honest examination of the ET issue and various unexplained phenomena. To discover the writings of author Brad Olson, visit www.bradolson.com. That's www.bradolson.com. Named one of the world's greatest psychics, Elizabeth Joyce is now giving readings worldwide via Skype. Elizabeth Joyce is recognized for her clairvoyant ability to help find missing persons, her analysis of dreams, past life regression work, mediumship, and her accurate predictions. Elizabeth has been a frequent guest on the X Zone radio show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, now for several years. For an appointment with Elizabeth Joyce, call 201-934-8986 or Skype at elizabeth.joyce. And for more information, you can always visit Elizabeth Joyce online at www.new-visions.com.
Do you have a dis-ease that you would like to alleviate through a natural means? Have you been contacted by angels, ghosts, or even extraterrestrials and want to validate these experiences? Or would you simply like to speak with someone who can help you find your life's purpose? I'm Dr. Joseph Mara, and I'm offering my services free of charge for first-time clients contacting me during the month of April. These free consultations include angel card readings, guided meditations, life coaching, and energy healing. If you have always wanted to explore these types of experiences but were skeptical or simply could not afford them, then take advantage of this free special offer. Contact me through my website, aguidinglight, spelled LITE.com, to schedule your consultation today. Until then, I offer you love, light, and laughter.
Exonation LeRoy Flemming is our special guest of this hour. www.timelightenment.biz. That's timelightenment.biz. Have you grown from the loss of your mom and your writing in ways that you believe, LeRoy, you otherwise wouldn't have grown without?
Well, if I could just take you back to just the day that my mom passed away.
Please do.
I thought, Rob, that in the beginning, when I had set such high expectations for myself, I not only set those goals and dreams and aspirations for myself, my mother's life was intertwined with mine because she was the one to kind of rear me and to tell me, son, go after your dream, just stay focused and concentrate. So every time I would hear her voice, I would always be reminded that, she's still there with me physically, so there's more room for me to push on. There's more things for me to accomplish. So when she passed away, I found myself, in my first set of books, I can kind of admit this to everybody now, that I was depressed because everything that I tried to do was related to how I saw my family, how I saw her. When I started writing Time Enlightenment, and the first one I wrote was called Here We Go, and it was like, here we go right at the beginning where all things seem to want to end. And right there, I just found myself missing her. I found myself not having that inspiration or the encouragement. So now I'm writing off of a spirit that was left to me, like, son, I may give out, but I never give up. And if she would have been here, I don't know if I would have been able to have the writings that I've had, and I don't know if I would have been able to lead the life that I'm leading. But by her not being here, I'm always trying to write back to her spirit. I'm always trying to write back to let her know that I'm still here, I still love her, and I still miss her. Even though she's not here, I still have to be the man that I am, and I must carry on. So, yes, I've learned that you're going to lose someone anyway, and I know people in your audience is going to experience that. But the thing about losing someone, I don't ever think that they set it up so that you don't grow. I think they want you to kind of share the tears that you have, which is what I did. Find the joy in what you have, which is what I strive for. And most of all, just try to be at peace with your life, which I think I've been able to do because since she's not here, I really have no other choice, if that makes any sense.
It certainly does. So your writing was actually part of your grieving process as you were healing.
Absolutely. Totally. 100%. Wow. And it was like that because my brothers and sisters, they was trying to console me, but there's no consoling a lost soul, if that would make any sense. They would try to come to me and say, brother, it was going to be all right, but my mind couldn't hear it because my spirit was vexed. So when I began to write, as I began to write these pieces, Rob, I began to see a side of myself which allowed me to pierce into the veil of the soul of like every person that's living, that we all are going to have some traumatic event. We're all going to have some happy event. And we're all going to have an event where we're going to experience some kind of loss. But there's a great overcoming in it. So as I'm writing, I begin to realize, yes, that this is my therapy, that this is my way to get my sanity back. This is my way for me to get back into the world where I used to smile a lot. This is getting me back to the way I used to be energetic. This is the way of making me realize that although my mom is not around, she has left me with an amazing gift. And as long as I'm able to write through my depression, my frustration, my spiritual questioning, my physical existence, my mental survival, then I begin to see that the world is making more sense to me now.
How do you think writing would help those veterans who come back from many of the war theaters with their feelings, and especially those who have been diagnosed with PTSD?
I think for any person that has a traumatic